Hello everyone and welcome to the recap and review of NCIS Season 10 Episode 19, Squall. I enjoyed this episode thoroughly. It was a tearjerker, if I may say so myself, and let us begin. So we start off with this megastorm on a ship, and then this body washes up on deck, and everyone's like, call the doctor, and then plot twist, that is the doctor. Then we get the sneak peek with the hot weather chick, and McGee's running late, and then we go to McGee and his little brother, Adam, his figurative little brother. For those of you who are unfamiliar, it's a program, Big Brother, Little Brother. McGee's the big brother part. And I love it. I did not know McGee was a big brother. It just makes me love him even more. McGee's phone rings and the kid picks up the phone and he seems to have a little trouble pronouncing Gibbs' name. Gibbs. I'm not sure how else that could be pronounced. Gibbabuzz. So the team gets on the ship and they find out Stan, the ladies' man Burley, is back on board. So this may cause a little fret with Denozo later on. Down below, Gibbs runs into the Admiral's aide who says that the Admiral has to leave the ship because he has to keep schedule. And then McGee hears when the Admiral comes and begins talking to Gibbs and surprise, it's his dad. We're meeting the Admiral, yes! Even though he's kind of a jerk. So then we have this awkward little sit down between Gibbs McGee and Admiral John McGee, and it's really sad to see how the Admiral regards his son, because all he does is critique him and scold him and say, you should have done this, why aren't you doing that? And McGee is such an amazing person. Like, this man needs to look at what his son has done, needs to take 2 seconds to just see what he's accomplished, and I think that would totally change his mind. Also, they talk about McGee's family a little bit, and they did not mention his sister by name, and I really hope they would because my name is also Sarah, and whenever they say her name, it makes me really happy. They didn't really mention Sarah at all. I mean, she got a little mention here and there, but for the most part, they seem to kind of gloss over her existence, which makes me unhappy. I want Sarah McGee. At NCIS headquarters, Director Vance informs us that Admiral McGee is on the fast track to becoming a presidential candidate. President McGee? Question mark? McGee would be the son of the president. Why do I not see that happening? Does that come across as weird to anyone else? No? Okay. That's just me. I'm sorry. I'm so bothered. I can't even get past this. What does Sarah even do now? Did she further her writing career? Does she write books like her big brother? Did she totally switch careers? Is she now like a kindergarten teacher or something? I just want to know. Please. Next season, NCIS, I'm counting on you. Back on the ship, Burley asks Ziva how her father's death investigation is going. How did Stan find out about this? Don't bring it up. Stan the man, you can't bring up someone's death. Stan. Also, Ziva gets a little revenge on Tony for the whole Weather Girl incident because she steams it up, yes. We get some steamy Stiva going on. But what I meant to say was that she teams up with Stan and Tony is not thrilled. So there's an investigation going on around the body and they find out that the man was killed during the squall, given the episode name. Tony and McGee have a little scene where Tony refers to Ziva as a innocent little furry Israeli, and I just love it so much because how adorable is that? We also find out that Tony thinks Stan is wrong for pursuing Ziva in a time like this because it's a very rough patch in her life. This led me, and from what I can tell online, a lot of other people, it led me to believe that this is what Tony is personally thinking, that he can't go after Ziva right now because she's very fragile and she's in a very delicate state right now, and so it would be wrong to try and win her affections when she's already so emotionally damaged. And I love Tony for respecting that because old Tony Denozo would not have given a second thought. He would have pursued who he liked. But this is post-elevator Denozo. And This is the one with tact and emotional intelligence and so much respect and so much love and showing such care towards the one he loves that I can't even get over. You go, Tony DiNozzo. In fact, Tony even confronts Stan. He does not want Ziva to get hurt. He confronts him. Then it turns out Stan is engaged. Stan, the ladies' man, is now a ladies' man. You go, Stan, keeping it classy. And then he says to Tony that he's starting this whole new chapter in his life and that he should try it. And DiNozzo says, maybe I will. That's really big. That's like in Shiva when Ziva asked for a sign and Tony walked in. And even back at Knockout, I don't understand how this is not a bigger Tiva moment because I think it's very criminally underrated when DiNozzo is being told about finding the right woman and then the elevator opens up and then there's Ziva because there's absolutely no need for that elevator to open up unless they wanted to show us Ziva as being the right woman. Sorry, that was a big thing. Also, this is another big sign because Stan was who DiNozzo is / was, you know, the playboy, gets around, ladies man, you know, not going to settle down. And then he comes to Tony and it turns out he is settling down. He's moving on, he's moving forward. And then this is yet another thing for Tony to be like, wow, this would be a good time to make things happen. And I love it. And Tiva. They also see Petty Officer Wyatt, who is just a little smoking hot, if I may say so myself. And they find him and they catch him and they bring him to the NCIS interrogation room. We also get to see some pretty harsh side effects that this man has because of the drugs, and he's really shaky, and so he could not have been the culprit in this crime. Wyatt is simply a gorgeous man who is unfortunately a drug addict. Minor setback. Actually, that's a pretty big setback. Abby desperately wants McGee to talk to his dad, just like she had a talk with Ziva back in season 8. Poor McGee has this horrible relationship with his father, and he feels like he can't fix it. And then also, we find out that DiNozzo has a little competition because Adam has his eyes set on Ziva David. I can already see the brawl forming. This is going to be a battle for the Israeli ex-assassin. Let's go. But DiNozzo takes it relatively well. He's just like, you know, he just has a thing for her. And Adam's like getting the drool going. It's like, whoa, Adam. Okay. And McGee comes up and they're talking about how nerdy Adam is. And I love it. DiNozzo is like, own it. And that is just some fantastic advice for life. Own who you are, ladies and gentlemen. McGee also gives him a motivational speech about how he should stand up, and which may relate to his father, maybe. Then Gibbabuzz comes in just in time to catch the whole event, and he feels some pride inside for little Timmy McGee. It was like a son to him. Oh. Vance also has a little meeting with Admiral McGee, and Admiral McGee is, once again, really mean to his son, asking him if he's going anywhere. And obviously, sir, have you not seen the lives McGee has saved? Sir, John, if I may, please sit down and talk with your son, please. Please. Back on the ship, they find that Graves has fled the ship and, due to a ruptured appendix, is now in an ambulance. He says that the doctor signed it, but the doctor isn't doing much signing these days. Gibbs gives McGee a little pep talk, and I love it when Gibbs treats McGee like a son. Also, Tony and McGee have this sweet little heart-to-heart. They talk about their issues with their fathers. Finally, someone is noticing it. They are becoming self-aware. Oh, and then Tony says 2 out of 3 ain't bad, and I did not know whether to laugh or cry. It's one of those things where I'm like, They find the tablet they were looking for. Word of advice, don't go technology dumpster hunting, because it may be an essential part of a crime investigation. Back at NCIS, McGee sees something on the tablet that may link his father to the crime, so they decide to bring him in. For my general reaction to this scene, I'm just gonna show you guys.
Who's watching? You make him think he's nothing. You're the one with nothing. You will respect this uniform. Stage 4. I knew Haber was top notch, so I transferred to Borealis. Haber gave me something for the pain, but he knew what was causing it.
Sarah,
So who besides me?
what did you think of that?
Whoever knew.
Who could even get that close? Someone who doesn't have a choice.
It is revealed in this scene that Admiral John McGee is dying of cancer. Here's a wild idea. Why don't we introduce a character, not have them be evil, and let them live? I know. Just take it in. Just sleep on it if you have to. I know it's a little wild, it's a little out there, but I'm just a crazy person with crazy ideas. Turns out that Admiral John McGee's assistant, the one who had the little thing with Gibbs in the beginning, he is the murderer. He calls out the Admiral on it. He's like, "You're the one who taught me that success comes first." And then he's finally like, "Well, I was wrong." It does have a nice moral to it. It was a little late for the man being arrested, but it was nice that he kind of finally realized it. Get the perfect ending with "Just walk with me." I love everything about the ending. It was so mellow, yet so perfect, and it was just kind of one of those almost dramatic film endings where they just walk off into the sunset. We know that McGee's mother would have liked it, and they keep acting like she's dead, but I'm pretty sure she's alive. I love McGee's storylines, and I love McGee's family, and I hope we see more of it. I hope we get to meet his mom, maybe. I hope his sister comes back, Sarah McGee, you know, come back into the universe. And then his father, I hope we see more of. Overall, I really loved the episode. I think it was very well done. Beautiful, amazing, incredible acting on Sean Murray's part. And everything was just so well done and so nicely tied together that I loved it. Next week, we have Chasing Ghosts. The promo for Chasing Ghosts should be out tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed. And then I will see you guys for the spoilers and theories video for Chasing Ghosts. And we will officially be in the finale arc. God help us all.